Listen, let me tell you something that probably no one has ever explained to you before. Women don't fall in love with the men who praise them the most, or with those who are always chasing after them, or even with those who seem to have it all figured out. They fall in love with the men who know how to say the right words at the right time. But here's the thing. Sighs. Those words that every woman longs to hear, she'll never openly admit. Never. Because if she did, she'd feel like she was losing that silent power she thinks she has over you. And yes, what I'm going to share with you today isn't something you'll find in any self-help book or in those typical videos about how to win a woman over. This is pure psychology. It's what really goes on inside the female mind, even if they deny it with a smile. Think about it for a moment. A woman can receive 1,000 compliments in a single day, but only one ends up sticking in her mind. Sighs. And it's not necessarily the most romantic one, but the most emotionally intelligent. The kind of man who touches something deep inside her. The kind who makes her feel truly seen. Because behind the makeup and all that projected confidence, there's something most men fail to notice. Sigh. The deep desire to feel understood. And when a man manages to make her feel that way, without exaggerating, without seeming desperate, without playing the perfect guy game, she remembers it. Maybe she'll never say it. Maybe she won't show it, but believe me, she stores it in her mind and in her emotional world. That's why today I want to show you what words, what gestures, and what truths make a woman melt inside without even understanding why. I'm going to reveal what she truly wants to hear, even if she'll never say it directly. And how can you use that understanding to connect with her on another level? This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding, about looking beyond the obvious and communicating authentically. Because when a man learns to speak a woman's emotional language, he stops being just another guy. He becomes the kind of man she respects, remembers, and actually desires. So if you're ready to discover what every woman longs to hear but would never admit, stick with me. Because what's coming up may completely change how you relate to them. 1. I don't want you to tell me I'm beautiful. I want you to understand me. Sigh. Listen to this. A woman can hear she's beautiful 1,000 times and still feel empty. Why is that? Because what truly touches her isn't the compliment itself, but the emotional connection behind your words. She doesn't want you to simply look at her and say, "Wow, you look beautiful." She wants Sigh to feel that you understand why she chose to dress that way, what she wanted to express with her gaze, how she felt when she chose to present herself in that manner. Sigh. And here's something few men understand. Most speak to impress, not to connect. But a woman notices the difference. She notices when your words stem from desire or self-interest, and she also notices when they come from genuine understanding. She's not looking for another admirer. She's looking for someone who can see her even when no one else is really looking. Female psychology works in a very particular way. When a woman receives compliments constantly, she gets used to them, and those compliments lose their value. But when she hears a phrase that touches her emotional core, her brain responds in a completely different way. For example, instead of saying, "You look beautiful today," say something like, "There's something about your gaze that brings me peace within myself." Do you see the difference? Sighs. In the first phrase, you're only talking about her appearance. In the second, you're talking about her emotional energy, and that's worth so much more to a woman. They want to feel understood, without having to explain everything. And that's where the real power lies. Because when you understand her effortlessly, she feels emotionally secure. Her mind begins to associate your presence with tranquility. You're no longer just another man trying to impress her. You're the man who truly sees her. And let me tell you this clearly. When a woman feels understood, she lets her guard down. Stop playing games. Stop competing. Stop constantly protecting yourself. And start allowing yourself to be yourself. And that, my friend, is where true connection is born. But be careful. This doesn't mean you have to become her emotional therapist. It's not about analyzing her or trying to fix her. It's about truly listening, about paying attention to those little details that others ignore. When she tells you something, don't immediately respond with solutions. Respond with presence. A simple, "I understand how you felt," can have much more impact than any physical compliment. The real power isn't in saying, "You're beautiful." It's in saying something like, "I love how you talk about